Welcome in, guys, to another video of One Piece. I don't know what else we talk about here. Today, I got the legendary BDA Law with us, and we're going to discuss one of his favorite characters in the series, Perona, because she makes a brief appearance in the latest chapter 1080, and she is here to free Moria from prison. And with the release of Moria, you know, there's a lot of possibilities. But I just want to hear your quick thoughts on this. What do you think of Moria? Do you think he's actually still here? Do you think he's alive and well? Do you think he has a prison body going on?
I think Moria is buff as all hell. He's been working out. He's back to prime Moria. He is going to fight Kaido in an upcoming chapter, boys and girls. Get his revenge about his crew.
Man.
No, I think Moria is still here, still fat. I think he's probably sulking because Absalom is dead.
Whoa.
He's fat. I mean, listen, there's nothing wrong with being fat, right? That's what we're going to say publicly.
Yeah.
So I think Moria...
I mean, Queen was fat, right? It's muscle. It's all muscle.
Fat muscle. Moria he's still there. I think he's sulking because, you know, he failed and the Blackbeard pirates threw him in a cage. What I would like is if he's dead. And then Perona's like, yo, I did all that. But one thing I gotta say though, Perona's somebody you absolutely want on your crew. Like
100%.
Do you know the lengths she's gone just to make sure Moria is okay? Like she is fantastic when it comes to loyalty, man. She has been thinking about Moria and now she's like saving him, sacrificing herself. She's great.
She left ASAP. The minute she knew that Moria was alive, she was gone.
ASAP. I respect it. it. And that's the people you want around.
And she was cozy. She had a home with Mihawk and everything.
Fine.
She was under the protection of one of the strongest characters, and she was like, "No, I gotta go save Moria."
She had an entire room with a big toilet. It was great for her. And so I think with Perona, or Moria rather, I don't know. I feel like Moria has kind of grown on me because how much people hate him, right? Like I don't know. Moria is out of
the haters.
Out of all of Luffy's fights, the characters he's gone against, Moria gets easily the most hate. Easily.
Yeah, it just wasn't a good fight, in my opinion. Like, Oars was cool, like, Absalom was fine. It's just Moria himself, he was almost like a gimmick fight. Like, he was avoiding Luffy for, like, half the arc, and then by the time Moria actually fights somebody, it's just him in a giant form, and that's it, reason. Right? Yeah.
Because he's fatt.
I thought you were gonna say his grievances with Kaido, and how he wanted other people to do his fighting, but you know what? That works too. Works too. The thing with Perona is that in the SBS, which I mentioned previously, but in the SBS, we learned that Moria actually found Perona when she was a child. And that's the reason why Perona's here, is because she sees Moria as a father figure. Yeah. That's her white beard.
It feels like all these pirates just find kids around, just laying around, and just like, yo, just I guess come with me. I'm not like, I can't imagine being a pirate, right, and finding a kid. The last thing I'm gonna do is take this kid with me. Like,
hey, I could feed you, man. Don't worry about it. You don't got a dad. Hey, call me dad.
Taking a kid on a pirate ship where I'm fighting against ruffians every single time. Like, okay, when the kid's a baby, sure, you can like hold it down, but imagine the fear. Like, what if we lose, bro? What if we lose and they like...
Yeah, you just got like this 5-year-old killed.
Like, oh my God, this is a lot of pressure. So like,
bro, Shanks knew what's up though. Shanks was like, you know what, Luffy, you're not a part of the crew, bro. Like, I'm not messing with this.
But Shanks learned his lesson, I guess, from
Uta.
Learns his lesson from Uta. Yeah. So he's like, yeah, Luffy, I'm sorry.
Kids ain't my thing. Like, even Yasopp was on board too. He was like, man, Usopp, you're not coming with me, bro.
Yasopp is definitely on board. Yasopp does not care about Usopp.
Yeah. Every time Shanks sees a kid, Yasopp like pats him on the shoulder. He's like, yo, we gotta go.
It's time to get out of here.
The reason I wanted to bring up Moria is because Perona in this chapter asked Koby to free Moria. And I know some people are like, oh, Koby's a Marine. He's a part of Sword. He's not going to save Moria. He's not statistically a good person, right? But the way I see Koby is I see him as a mirror of Luffy in a way, where when he makes a promise, I feel like he's going to stick through to it no matter what.
A man of his word.
So I do see that Moria is going to come out of here.
Moria does escape, right? But I thought Moria would be more valuable to the Blackbeard pirates, but if they just have him thrown in a cage, it would make more sense for them to just kill him and take his devil fruit, right? But they just have him.
Yeah.
So what is their purpose for him?
He has a good fruit too. Like, if these guys are cherry picking their fruits, like the island fruit, the liquor fruit, the clear
shadows
fruit, I would want the shadow fruit, bro. Like, I'd want that. That's a cool fruit.
That is
right?
a pretty cool fruit, and so
it's not bad.
That's why it's surprising that they haven't utilized him yet or killed him yet, because it's just like he's just sitting there. So maybe they have a plan, but I would like for Moria to I don't want to say revenge, but
love.
some love, right? Like, it's just been all bad every single time for Moria. Like, in no situation has Moria ever had like something positive happen. Even when, Moria was the only person in Marineford doing his actual job, and then he gets taken out by the world government. Like, come on, bro. Then he pulls up to save Absalom on Pirate Island's Beehive, and then he gets snuck by Shitty with the invisible fruit. Then Blackbeard,
and then he learns his best friend is dead.
Blackbeard flexes on him and tells him, you're going to jail. Like, it's not been good for Moria. I just like. He's not one of my favorite characters, but I would like for good things to happen to him, man. He's been through a lot. Even before the story, like before we started, like before Luffy's story, he lost his entire crew to Kaido, bro. Come on, man. Give him a happy ending, bro. A happy ending, at least.
I 1000% understand why people say, "Oh, Kid is this generation's version of Moria." It's like,
all bad. All bad, bro.
It's all bad. Not a single good thing has happened to him.
No, I would say the best thing that's happened to Kid is probably Killer, that he brings smiles to the crew, right? Like, everybody's just forced to laugh. That's it.
And it's a curse, too. It's a curse. He doesn't even want to laugh. He doesn't even
want to laugh, man. But that's the best thing that happened to Kid in the Kid Pirates. And, he's in the same boat as Moria. So I hope Moria can somewhat find some redemption. I don't know if he willingly helps Blackbeard, but if he gets saved, you get out of there, and then you find a new purpose. Whatever that is, you and Perona, I don't know if you go to Mihawk, you join Cross Guild, which would be... Perona could kind of sell that, bet. Right? It was like, hey, it's a former warlord, you know what I mean?
Moria might not be strong, but
he kind of got betrayed by the world government, so like this could be a way of getting back at them. You know what I mean?
I could see that, because I was wondering, like, once Moria escapes, what is he going to do? Is he going to try to do Thriller Bark 2.0? Is he going to go after Kaido again? Like, I do believe that if he makes it out of here alive, I think he's going to join Cross Guild because of the Perona connection. Like, he has to.
That makes the most sense. Go to join Cross Guild, get in shape, do your thing. But Cross Guild is kind of tough because, like, I don't know what their end game is. You know what I mean? Like,
they're just like a ragtag group of people right now.
And so unless they're going to be participants in the final war where, Luffy typically does team up with his, like, the people he fights, so it's just like, does Luffy and Moria team up in the final war where Moria's fighting against world government?
It's like Luffy and Ace, how they're like side by side, but just replace Ace with Moria.
Luffy and Gear 4th, though. Luffy and Gear 4th is side by side with Moria. And Moria's like, don't get in my way, punk. And he's like, you either. And then they're like...
Luffy's in Tank Man, so they look the same.
And look back at each other and smile, and they just like have perfect synergy.
The thing with Moria and Cross Guild, the reason I like that theory is because they already have Buggy, they have Crocodile, they have Mihawk, and there's theories that they are recruiting Boa Hancock as we speak.
Recruiting Boa, and they're going to break out Weevil and Doflamingo.
Yeah, and that's, what is that? 6 warlords. We got 6 warlords right there. To make it 7, we just need 1 more. And I think that last piece, if we want to go that route, I do think it's going to be Moria.
Oh, Moria. Okay. Yeah, because Kuma's dead. Well,
yeah, Kuma's dead. Jinbei's not going to join.
Jinbei's not going to join.
Blackbeard's gone. Law is pretty much gone already too.
As well. So there's no more warlords you can really pull from. So
Moria's the only other option. And once Moria gets brought back up too, I feel like his bounty's going to shoot up, right? If Crocodile's bounty shot up, I think Moria might pass $1 billion. I know that sounds ludicrous, but if Crocodile can do it, former warlord,
Moria at $1 billion would be insanity. But
dude, Moria with the clout, I think he can pass $1 billion.
What's his bounty now?
Moria's bounty was 320 million frozen. He can pass $1 billion. I believe in my man. Especially with the prison body, he's got this.
I'm willing to say 800.
800. You know what? That's fair. Not everybody can be over $1 billion. You know what? 800. I think that's fair. But what about prison body Moria? Like Prime versus Kaido. What are we thinking? Ballpark.
Oh, then he gets $1 billion. If he gets back to that body, then $1 billion, 100%.
Hey, who knows? He might have the ambition back in him, right? Like we saw, Crocodile used to clash with Whitebeard, or at least try to. Moria was clashing Kaido. Like, you know what? I have faith in Moria.
Bring him back. Show him some love. Let him do some good stuff. Get him in the Cross Guild. He's a goofy character, but I think that works in One Piece. One of the best laps in One Piece, at least. He has that going for him, right?
Really? Whenever you go on like TikTok or anything, they're like, "Yo, you gotta skip Thriller Bark. Moria's too much."
Thriller Bark is definitely the arc that people say to skip a lot because it's just what it's coming after and what follows it, right? So
it's very standoff.
It's in the middle of this after Enies Lobby.
Water 7, yeah.
Right after Enies Lobby.
After Enies Lobby, before Sabaody and the Straw Hats losing and Marineford. Like, he didn't stand a chance.
It's in between two classics, two maybe top 3 arcs. So it stands out like a sore thumb. And so when we experience One Piece and we get through Enies Lobby, we're coming off a high. And I believe after Enies Lobby is when we get Ace versus Blackbeard and Shanks versus Whitebeard. The clash and all that.
And then Moria has to compete
and
with
then
that.
You have Moria and Thriller Bark. But then after that, we get Rayleigh, Kizaru, Luffy punches Celestial Dragon. Like, you're going to think back to Thriller Bark like, bro, what was that?
Yo, Sanji was fighting Absalom. That was his fight. Zoro fought Ryuma, but the fight ended in like a flashback.
It's
like,
just
what's going on here?
unfortunate just where it lands, right? But overall,
yeah,
it is a decent arc. It is a funny arc. I say that. It's an arc that's very funny.
It was goofy. It was definitely a Thriller Bark.
Yeah.
as one might say. I don't even know what that means.
As entertaining as Bark can be, that's what Thriller Bark was. And so
it's like watching a tree grow.
But, a very dark tree with its shadows being taken and stuff. So that's what it was, but
hey, maybe not just the Moria glow up, but we might actually find out what's causing the what is the Florian Triangle too? Maybe that's their redemption. Like those giant shadowy figures. Maybe that'll bring back the Thriller Bark.
Maybe those
type.
his crewmates that got transformed or something. They ate Smile, and so Kaido just set them on disease. Maybe he gets his crewmates back.
Oh no, that's cursed.
And they're all just laughing. They can't stop, and they all laugh like Moria now. Let's do it. Why not?
Oh,
let's
no.
make it happen.
Just imagine you're like sailing in the middle of nowhere and you see like a giant shadow laughing like Moria. No, I'd leave. I'd quit being a pirate. I'd stop. Well, so last thing I want to ask, Cross Guild. You mentioned how weird they are and like, I agree. Like they don't have like a goal in mind. Do you think eventually they're going to go for the One Piece? Like what brings Cross Guild, in your opinion, to the front and center of the story? Because right now, like theoretically, we could have Luffy hit Laugh Tale and Cross Guild might just never cross paths with them at all. Like, these guys, to our knowledge, don't have a road poneglyph. They don't have any poneglyphs. Yeah. And they're just hunting Marines.
Man, if they went Cross Kid, they would have had 2 or 3, right?
Easily.
I would say, like, them going after the One Piece, it depends on Crocodile, mostly, because I think Mihawk is just content with the organization. But if Crocodile still has the ambition to do great things, then we could see them going after that. But then it kind of becomes a bit more dicey, because then Mihawk has to be super on board, and they started this as a way to get back at the Marines. So now Crocodile coming to Mihawk saying, hey, what about us finding the One Piece? He's like, what? And then remember Mihawk talked to Shanks about or talked to Luffy or mentioned how difficult it was what Luffy's trying to accomplish. So for Mihawk, it seems like he has no interest in shit like that. So for him to be a part of this crew that's chasing after the One Piece now, it's like, why now? He's like, It just doesn't match up because it creates unnecessary chaos for him. Because he's running into other people, other pirates. They want their poneglyphs.
He's got to fight more. And Mihawk was trying to avoid fighting in general.
Crocodile, take Buggy with you. I'm not coming. I'll stay right here.
I feel that. Yeah. I think the one reason I think they might go after it's not even canon, so it's not even like an argument, but during Stampede, when Luffy gets like the Eternal Post to Laugh Tale, Crocodile is one of the first people after it. Like, him and Rob Lucci, like, go after Luffy for that log pose. And, like, it's not canon, but Oda was still there, right? Like, Oda, like, saw the movie. Yeah. So there is a small part of Crocodile,
I think that ambition is
whether
still
it's
in
canon or not, that wants
that
the
ambition
Laugh
is still in him, for sure.
Yeah.
It's just about...
I mean, he was after Whitebeard, right? Like, he was clashing with Whitebeard. There's got to be some reason behind it. Like, this man has some ambition.
It's just about really with him and, I guess, getting that message across to Mihawk, and Mihawk somewhat caring about that. I think overall Mihawk is just not a part of what he cares about.
What if Buggy ordered it though? The leader of Cross Guild.
Oh, Buggy, the quote unquote leader. think Buggy's like whatever you want Mihawk somehow.
We know that Buggy almost got to Laugh Tale with Shanks, but he had to sit out.
That's all they're saying. Whatever you want Mihawk somehow. I don't think Buggy really. He's just trying to exist at this point.
He's just trying to survive another day. Poor Buggy, man.
That's all he's doing.
He's being pulled around. Well, with that being said, though, hey, thank you, BDA, for joining me on this short little video. I really appreciate it, man.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for having me. I got to talk about some of my favorite characters in One Piece: Moria, Perona.
Yeah.
Only thing was missing was Big Knife Sarkis.
Yeah. Your other top characters, Big Knife Sarkis, and also Vasco Shot, right? You said you're a big Vasco Shot fan.
And Big Shoujo.
I've been Shoujo. I've been talking to a lot of One Piece creators recently, and you would be surprised how many people like Vasco Shot.
That just means a lot of One Piece fans, One Piece creators are just alcoholics.
Yeah, we're all alcoholics. We all, see ourselves in Vasco Shot. Like every line that he says, we say vicariously, right?
Every line?
Yeah, every line.
Well,
I think this first started when he was shown on Amazon Lily, and I forgot. I think it was Par Vision.
Yeah.
Who was like, man, Vasco Shot. He like dabbed up the camera. It was crazy.
It's like, man, he's really speaking to me. I think that was Par Vision.
Yeah. he was like, finally, somebody said it.
Somebody finally said it. This is why I read One Piece.
And then I flew out to see Par, and like I high-fived him. We had the whole like Luffy and Ace handshake.
Oh my god! So you just
and I think you sent me a picture of you giving the thumbs up too. Like it was crazy.
Yeah. Delete that.
Yeah, it's being erased from history. Hey, thank you guys for showing up and sticking to this part of the video. If you want to check out more BDA, there's going to be a full breakdown of this latest chapter on his channel. I'll link it down below as well. And hey, catch you guys later.
Peace out.